Oh, it's
I,
the I'm so cold. I'm so
it's
cold.
the ice cold boys in the building. You know what I mean?
Yes. Losing week for me on the UFC overall, but yeah, the show was ice cold. So there's only one way from here. We both went 0 and what is it? Well, you went lucky. You went 0 and 3 technically because one of your fights got canceled.
Who the
Tercios.
mm,
Um, but yeah, like it ended up being minus 5.3 units, and I went 0 and 4, minus 5 units. So it's looking bad, man. But yeah, let's just recap real quick since we have a short card on a cool down card, but right before we ramp up for UFC 299 in a couple weeks. Um, yeah, man. I mean, I had bad call on Rodrigo. I guess it's kind of a bad call in the sense he was a favorite because he had his chance. Rodriguez, Yair, he had his chance in the early round, in the first round, to do something with the fight. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't just finish through, and then he let what's his
I
name? He let
mean,
Ortega come through and have his second
it's
win,
it's like
take over.
he got too gas or something in that first round. Well, actually, at the end of the first round is when Brian Ortega started doing that grappling shit. You know what I'm saying? So like he did get yoked up, but he ended up like he could have stole that round. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he let Ortega play his game and it
the
worked out.
classic Ortega,
He
dude.
but not even like that was like I mean that was actually like vintage. Like he took it back because they said he hasn't got a submission since 2017.
Yeah, and he always takes a beating first, right? And then he comes back and then fucking wakes up. And his hands didn't look that bad. That was the main thing. He pressured a lot of times, even though he was getting hit. He was pressuring Yair, and Yair doesn't like that. He likes to, go in and out and fucking just pick you apart and do that. But and then the thing that I underestimated too was Yair's weak ass with no non-existent takedown defense against Ortega's great, just ground game is like impeccable, especially when he gets hurt. He reverts to that. You know what I'm saying? Like he could grapple, he could do all that. Once it's on the ground, it's like literally child's play for fucking Ortega. Like it was nothing. So, but it's good to see Ortega come back. After all his long awaited comeback and also like the injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was awkward. Tracy Cortez was in the building. That was kind of the talk of MMA media or MMA Twitter too. And he actually came through, bro. Like money was on it, bro, and I saw it. There's a lot of people I respected that would definitely played kind of big on Ortega, and I just kind of stuck to my guns on the Yair, and it backfired, man. But it was good. I mean, good fight, great fight. Pretty good
Yeah.
card overall, though, for what it was. Another disappointing one, main event for me. I really thought Moreno was gonna. I mean, it was close, right? The fight was close.
Yeah,
So
but it's like
Moreno,
Marino took off like the last 2-3 rounds. It's like what the fuck? He was just in there
yeah.
dancing.
Yeah, and he's just trying to waste time. And Royval was like, bro, that fool was nonstop. Like didn't throw a lot of power punches. He just kept going at it, just volume, 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 like overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's crazy to see, man.
Moreno
So,
fucked up his leg because Royval had to leave on crutches.
mhm.
So hopefully he's not that injured. But yeah, I don't know what the hell Moreno was doing, and it's like the judges hate that fool. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
always like hella razors in close with anybody, any fight.
uh-huh.
Figueroa, Pantoja, and now this. Like I don't know. He's like that fool
He's
needs
only
to
fought
like.
like 3 people in the last like fucking decade or so. I don't even know.
It's like I don't know, man. Like this last fight, I feel like he took off for sure. It's like, yo, where's like the killer instinct? But
Yeah, and that was sad because Moreno was a huge favorite. Like he steamed up to a huge favorite,
yeah,
so that was gross. And out of the parlay, I had Moreno with Ziam. I'm thinking Ziam's the more sweaty one, which it was kind of close too. And Ziam pulled it out, and then Moreno, of course, I'm like, damn, that's ugly. For me, also another one that I lost was Mendoza, and that one I felt was a little dirty. I guess
yeah.
Jesus Aguilar got a little extra
He
home
got
home
he
home
got the
field on that one.
hometown for
Yeah,
sure.
so because after the fight, I personally was pretty sure the Mendoza won. Like I was like, oh yeah, you definitely won. And then I was like, what the
Nah,
fuck? So that
yeah,
sucks.
there was some
Mm,
lying, cheating, stealing going on for sure.
yeah, we were both on those. Yeah, so um, that's sad times. Those were disappointing ones, and for me too, Duncan. That was a total bad call.
Ooh, yeah, he
Torres
got
just destroyed
slept.
them real quick. So um, we got to move on, man. We got to move on. This is a small card. I actually hate this card as far as like, oh, I'm glad that there's UFC and I get to watch it. But as far as betting purposes, I don't like a lot of the lines on this. It's a lot of big favorites that, I agree with, but they might be too big of a favorite, as far as the odds go with betting. But we'll go through them because I'm excited for a couple fights in this card for a fight night as well. It's going to be back in the Apex small octagon, so maybe some more shit going on. But starting out here, share with the people. Light up if you haven't yet as we proceed. We got kind of a seasoned guy here, Loik Rogzabov against unlockable dude Abdul Kareem Al Sawedi. Oh man, this could be a banger for those that follow Loik. He's 17-5 here, and he's kind of old in his career, but 33. But he's been fighting for a minute. He came from the PFL. For those PFL fans out there, shout outs to PFL, by the way. If you guys tuned into that Bellator versus PFL, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, for the morning time, for what it was. The entrances were dope. All that was dope. Yoel Romero won. I also lost on that, by the way. Yoel Romero.
I did good on that. I just got like one fight wrong, which was the Bader fight.
All the big favorites won. I run one big on well, not big, but I won on Ferreira, and I got him as a dog, and he closes like a big favorite, or it's kind of had a big favorite. But that was pretty quick, easy one, and all the big favorites kind of pretty much dominated for the most part. Eblin, shout out to Eblin, by the way. He rallied, he almost lost and came back and won. So he's keeping that big, thick Latina, she said. But yeah, back to this fight here. This guy's fought way better competition, even in the PFL where the competition is not as good. He's fought Alex Martinez, Rausch Manfio, and then in the UFC, he's fought Robovics and Mateus Rebecki, who, I mean, these are mid-level guys. They're not like
Robovics is good though.
Yet. Yeah, exactly. But these are pretty decent competition. Whereas Abdul Kareem right here, I believe, I don't know much about this guy, to be honest, but the hype's on him, the money's on him. I don't get it. I only seen like one fight from him on YouTube, to be honest. And yeah, exactly. And it's like, I'm not super impressed in the level of competition he's fighting. Also, is like, not top tier at the same time. So for me, man, I mean, I haven't bet it yet, but I'm leaning towards the underdog here, bro. They got my boy, what's his name here, Lloyd at plus 160, 155. I think it's getting to the point where I might jump in, bro. I'm gonna see how big this gets. If it gets to like 180, I'm for sure getting in. But we'll see. We'll see. Who do you like in here?
Yeah, I'll probably just go with Al Sawaldi.
Pride
you gotta do it for Palestine, bro.
Hey, well, we're a non-political show, dude.
Free Palestine, brother.
There's a lot of fights. They were talking about the Rosas fight was going to be on here, and now it's not on here anymore. This shit is.
It's not on here no more. They took it off.
No, they took it off the lines and the betting lines too. They had it on for a minute. I was going to put Rosas in a little something, and then.
But what the UFC say? They said it's canceled.
They said it was never truly agreed upon from the Twitter of what's his name, Rosas.
That nigga's weak, bro.
And then Tercy was like, "Well, then I won." He said, and then he just said he just counts as him winning.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, that was gonna be an upset. He's lucky he didn't take an L in Mexico City, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna happen. I wish it was gonna be on, but we'll see. What do we got here? Better fight: Ludovic Klein versus AJ Cunningham. This is a short notice fight. I believe Klein was supposed to fight. What's that Spaniard's name here? Joel Alvarez.
Joel.
Yeah, but Joel Alvarez had some visa issues. So now we got Ludovic Klein fighting AJ Cunningham. I mean, just to let you know before we get any further here, Ludovic Klein's like a minus 800.
There's a few of them. This is like a Bellator card right here.
Yeah, exactly. This is the classic Bellator card here. But let me show you.
I mean, I'm gonna just rock with Ludovic. You feel me? He's been on a streak. He's like more polished fighter. This guy AJ Cunningham, he's making his debut.
Nah, well, I don't think so. Let me see. He's fought before, but he's a can.
Didn't we see Klein like at the
Oh, this is his debut. He's taking a short notice, and he lost. Here's a red flag for me for this guy. He lost by punches to Stephen Nguyen in Contender Series. Stephen Nguyen is. I mean, I shout out to Stephen Nguyen, but he ain't usually he's not that impressive, so far. So yeah, Ludovic Klein's striking is crazy, and he's only gotten better at the clinch game. So I'm going Ludovic Klein as well. Greasy parlay piece. Under over is like a pick'ems at a over 1.5, by the way. So for those that are interested, I'm not fucking with that total.
1.5 school. I mean, that's always like doable, but I don't know. If
Yeah,
like
I
you
would
said,
lean
the
on
guy
the
got finished
over
by some
for
weak
sure.
dude. Because Klein, he got
Exactly.
hands. He got like good ass
Hella
kickboxing, right?
hands. Yeah, and he's only getting better at his clinch game too. On top of that, so he's gonna be able to strike and knock this dude out. That's what I'm afraid of. So that's why I haven't played it yet. Moving forward here, we got this is the fight of the night for me. This is who Christian Leroy Duncan. This is the man. From the UK here. He got to a big ass favorite at -300. So I know it's going to be a little pricey because he's actually was the underdog, I believe, at some plus money early, like a month ago or whenever these first opened. And now he's a -300. That's a little crazy. At this point, you might want to throw him in a parlay, but that's pretty much, the only thing I would suggest there. Man, I wish I got it earlier. Claudio Ribeiro, he's strong, always got a puncher's chance, but this guy, I just think he exposes himself too much. He's not as calculated. Leroy Duncan is just going to be way too calculated for him. Crazy kickboxer, power, chin. He got it. And then Ribeiro's not going to grapple either. I doubt it. So who do you got in this, man?
Yeah, I'm with Leroy Duncan. It was going to be a test for him. You never know. He's -300 favorite. But what's the other guy coming off of?
Oh, the other guy here?
Yeah, because
He
I know
just
we
lost
already
to
know about.
Kopilov from the head kick.
Yeah.
And then he knocked out Holmes, and then he knocked out Abdul Razak Al Hassan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Christian Leroy Duncan, mate.
See, just another example of what I said about a lot of this card is like, yeah, there was value when the price was a lot better on Leroy Duncan, but now he's like all the way to -300 when you could have got him at like even at a pick'ems or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck, yeah, he should win, but at -300 it is a little pricey. But he should definitely win. What else we got? Yeah. Okay. Javid Basharat against Elmin Zahabi.
Hey, he's been coming up. This Ayman Zahabi on some wins. They call him the Ariel Hawani twin. This is actually Faraz Zahabi's brother, and he's like on a 3-4 fight winning streak, right?
Let's see here. He's 10-2 from Canada here. 36 years old, though, not that young, but he's on a 3-fight win streak. He beat Draco Rodriguez, Tercios.
Yeah, he took a long break and then he came back. Yeah, it should be a solid fight, but I gotta go with the Bash Rat guys. They're on the way, right?
Yeah, 14-0. Snow Leopard here. Javid Basharat, 28 years old. I mean, he's not going to be a knockout type of guy at all, but he's solid.
No, but they're just hella technical and they just break you down like until they finish you either by TKO or like submission.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, -800 is hella expensive though.
Because the other one is David, right?
Javid
and his brother
is David. Javid and David. Let me see. I'm gonna have to Google it for y'all. Basharat brothers. What's the first name of the other guy?
Because I think is that
Fareed. It's Fareed and Javid.
Where the fuck I get David from?
Because Javid is like David, with a J.
That's hilarious.
He's like, his brother David. But yeah, man. I mean, here's another situation. Like, yeah, greasy parlay piece, but at the same time, like, if you're talking about straight bets, -800 is really super expensive now. And Zahabi got some power; he can knock somebody out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and he comes with him. It's gonna be a good fight. I feel like. What's the over?
No, it's gonna be under over for this is a 2.5 at -200. So they're thinking it's gonna be by decision, and obviously, if it's going to decision, it's probably gonna go to Basharat. Let me see if the props are out. Basharat by points -145. So they said that's the most likely situation here. Which I mean, from a minus 800 to a minus 125, it's not terrible. You know, I kind of like that look as well. Because he's kind of a point machine, to be honest. All right. Who we
Yeah.
got next? Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Well, this one's actually canceled. So Giannis Gamori pulled out. And we have a last minute replacement for this
Bernardo
guy, I believe. Let me
Bernardo Sopai.
Oliveira, 19-3 prospect here from Contender Series. I dig the guy. You know, he's a big power puncher. He does leave himself open, but he's down to scrap. It's going to be entertaining. Short notice fighter, the Lion King. You know his brother, the Monkey King?
Oh, but he trains with he trains out of not Holland, the other one where Alexander Gustafsson. Yeah.
Yeah, Sweden.
So he trains with Kamzat then.
Yeah. Well, Kamzat stopped and moved to
to Abu
Saudi.
Dhabi or some shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's getting all the big whips and all the crazy shit over
For not
there.
fighting. For not even fighting, he's just chilling. Oh, it's getting hurt.
Getting
Fake
money.
ass.
But yeah, man, this guy is supposed to. I don't know about this guy short notice. I just found out today actually that this guy was fighting. So I haven't even watched him at fight or anything. But I will tell you this. So Veniscus was a minus 175 favorite against Gamori, and now he's like a minus 140, 150 against this guy.
Oh, so this guy's raw. Well, because
exactly.
Well, he's training at that gym. All Stars gym is hella good. You know what I mean? From
which
Sweden.
Let me see. All Stars, yeah. I mean, he looks like promising. I gotta see some footage on him. I haven't fired it yet because I did like Veniscus for the last fight against Gamori. I actually really like that bet. But
what's the over?
I gotta look at it. Under over now. It's 1.5 at minus 150.
Oh, I might fuck with the over on this one.
Yeah, I might do it right now. As we speak, just a little play for now, a little sprinkle. I kind of like that look. But Veniscus Oliveira, he likes to go in and just like, you know what I'm saying, fuck shit up. So he leaves himself exposed, so he might get fucked up. But at these two guys, maybe they feel each other out because they're kind of like unexpected fighting each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, I'll put a little something on it, though. The over 1.5. I'm with you there. What else we got? But I really like this. It's going to be exciting. Not that French guy, though. Oh, here we go. Here's a little sketchy fight.
Your boy,
Eric Anders against Jamie Pickett, man. Why? But
sketch, bro.
It's like his last fight in the contract, right? Like, or he's going to get cut, probably.
Pickett is scheduled. I feel like Anders, he always going to try to fight, but it's just sometimes he's just not good enough.
Yeah.
You know, the skill. But I think this is like the perfect fight for him to just, you know, grit it out and take a dub.
It's his chance.
But the thing is, him at minus 400 is like sickening. Like
That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. Like, yeah, I think Eric Anders should definitely win, no doubt. Like, Jamie Pickett's not very good. But at the same time, like, Eric Anders has been known to blow it by points. You know, like he's durable, but he just starts taking hits.
And sometimes the skill, and then he just like he doesn't have but he's always gonna try to fight. I remember he was on a run for a minute, but yeah, your boy at minus 400 is crazy.
Yeah, look at your boy Jamie Pickett here, bro.
He's hella sus though. He be hella like taking L's all the time. Who's him?
Oh, but then he's not like Bo Nickel.
4-fight losing streak though. This might be the one.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm with you. I'm thinking at this point, I do think Eric Anders wins, but at this point, at plus 350, it might even go to plus 400. It might be worth a tiny sprinkle on Pickett. You never know, bro. He might pull one out if he survives.
Yeah, and I feel like the 4 might be the magic number on the L streak. They just try to come back. He might be desperate. He might be worth a little sprinkle just because Eric Anders at minus 400 is crazy.
It is crazy, bro. And you know what? This opened probably around a minus 125. It looked like.
Like at least should have been at least minus 250 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
400
at minus 125 or minus 200. Yeah, like I could totally see that. And I would probably bet on it. But minus 4 something is 450. Even at a parlay piece is sketchy, you know.
Yeah, even to add him to the greasy one is sketch about him, just because it's like damn.
Yeah, but it should be a banger though. We'll see. Jamie Pickett, desperate fights. He might get slept though right away. Matt Schnell against Urseg. This is low key kind of good if you're into Caucasian fights.
Schnell's on the comeback. He hasn't fought in a minute, huh?
Yeah, Schnell against Urseg. Urseg doesn't even look like he can fight, but he's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a huge favorite right now. I believe he's
Chanel's a
minus
dog, though.
300. Chanel's always live to throw swinging, some swinging stuff. He
That
could
fight,
grapple. He's pretty well rounded too.
that fight with the who's the guy he fought where it was hella crazy? Or Richie Long. That fight was crazy.
Yeah, Urseg 11-1. Getting into his prime, 28 years old, but he's a submission guy, bro. He's not really a knockout guy, but he
So
has
is
chin. He's fought
Chanel's a
some decent
grappler
guys.
too.
Yeah, Chanel's definitely well rounded too, low key well rounded. He's just down to fight anyone, so that's why his record's not that great. He is 34 though. Same situation, he has more submissions more than knockouts or decisions. So, but he's fought the who's who as well.
Oh no, it's Sumadar G. That fight was crazy.
Sumadarji, yeah. And he's fought Nicolau, and Nicolau I like is good. And obviously now we know Royval, how good Royval is, how he just won. And then the dude's only lost to Pantoja as well. And who's the champ, So, well, this is a tough fight. I mean, I like Urseg, and I think Urseg wins. But again, like minus 300 seems a little rich,
Yeah. For
little rich.
I would pick Ursig, but yeah, minus 300 is crazy. Chanel's a live dog too. It depends how he comes in. He hasn't fought in a minute, I want to say, but he's always like in the fight. But I think I just have to go with the youth on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And then the under over for those that are into the rounds, 1.5, man.
Oh, yeah.
I like
that.
minus 130.
That's cool, especially because like I don't know, these fools ain't like they don't be finishing like right away like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they can, but yeah, 1.5. If it becomes a little grappling situation, it could definitely waste some time. So I like at that price minus 130. I like the over 1.5 to be honest with you. So got here. Okay, getting to the final fights here. Umar Nurmagomedov, the undefeated prospect of Khabib, cousin of Khabib, against unlockable Bezak Al-Mahang.
Is this his cousin or brother?
I think they're cousins.
Right? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Who's his brother? Khabib?
He has a brother that fights?
I think so. Let me look it up.
But Muhammad. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, it says Muhammad Nurmagomedov. That's a very common name.
That's the most like popular name. But yeah, what is he like? Minus 1,000, Umar?
Yeah, minus some places minus 1,200. I actually threw him in a greasy parlay when he was minus 900, but yeah, like he's about to be 1,000 or more no matter what.
But does he finish? You think he finishes him?
That's the part that I'm not so sure, and that kind of leads me into the under over is actually over 1.5 at minus 200, which I actually kind of like as well. The over on that one, I think maybe this guy can kind of last or not, but I'm willing to take that because Umar is like a grappler. He tries to kind of wrestle it out, classic Khabib style. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you could grapple that well, you can ground and pound and finish it like Khabib does. So. But I like the over either way. I mean, I'm not going to bet minus 1,000, to be honest. Although Umar should win. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, but it's good to see him fight again.
He ain't fought in a minute. Well, I guess they say they always have trouble getting fights for them or some shit like that. So
yeah, like who wants to fight this guy? This guy's actually getting a little better at striking too, bro.
Yeah,
he's getting in his prime. He knocked out Raoni Barcelos in the first round. And Raoni had a great fight. Barcelos had a great fight last week.
Yeah, I mean, he was losing, but he came back. That's what matters.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, not something to break down this fight. I don't really know. The guys are unlockable. I'm not from Kazakhstan. If he beats Umar, he'll put his name on the map. That's for damn sure. All right, here we go. We got people that we haven't seen in a long time. A lot of this fight is like people that barely fight. So it's nice to see.
Oh, Alex Perez is always hurt.
Yeah, against Mokaev, bro. This is going to be an interesting ass fight. Mokaev's a big ass favorite, minus 350.
What's he by submission?
Mokaev by submission. That's a good one here. Is plus 110, the most likely outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't like it, maybe that inside the distance.
But what about points? Well, Perez hasn't fought in hella long. When's the last time Alex Perez fought?
Yeah, I'm good off Alex Perez. I mean, he's fought the who's, but yeah, like you said, when's the last time he's fought?
Yeah.
He hasn't even fought that much. Let's see, 24-7. Perez here. 31, only 31, still could be in his prime, but
Always hurt though.
look at all
Look
the
at that.
cancels.
Look at all the cancels.
Yeah, and he's only lost to Pantoja, who's the champion, Figueiredo, who was the champion at one point.
But yeah, look at that. Last win was juicier for Amiga. Yeah, he's
with the
a
leg
man.
kicks. So it's like Mokaev had his knee almost broken and still won before. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going Mokaev, greasy parlay piece. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no trust in Perez.
Yeah, hopefully Perez he could make it through this fight and then maybe get another fight so he could start getting back in the rhythm. Because yeah, he was a big ass contender because he's hella tall for the weight class. It's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Because this is for 125, right?
Yeah, 125.
And how tall is he?
Mokaev?
No, Perez.
No, Perez, he's 5'6".
Oh shit, he's not that tall, but he be looking hella big in there.
Because the guys are so small, huh?
Yeah. But yeah.
Mokaev, I mean, he's gotten pushed. He's 5'7", so he'll be just as.
No, he's bigger. Yeah. Yeah, Mokaev should tap him out probably.
Yeah, I like where your head's at with this minus 3.5 points here at minus 165. I might have to play a little on that. We're doing live betting live here, guys. Just a little sprinkle. I think it's a good look. I mean, you never know. Perez has more experience in that sense, but not really, like you said, right? It's like he's been signed to the UFC longer, but he barely fights.
You
know. So, but
he's always hurt, bro. That's bad. Red flag.
Red flag, definitely. And he's no Ortega IMO. Okay, here we go to the co-main event type of vibe here. Victor Petrino against Tyson Pedro. Let's go. This is going to be a banger, bro. This might be a possible fight of the night as well. 205 boys. We got Petrino as a prospect here who, looks the part, is pretty good as well. But he's a huge favorite. We got him as a minus, 300, 320? Another situation here where I think Petrino wins, but I don't think we should start sleeping on him. Tyson Pedro's been improving a little bit, and he's definitely could show a little something. I mean, he's definitely a huge underdog, and I'm not betting on it. I think Petrino wins, but we saw Pedro improve though from the last fight, even though he fought at nobody. Who you got in this, man?
Yeah, Tyson Pedro. I don't know. Tyson, he got the upset in the last fight, but Vitor, he looks like he's a beast. So I'm about to go with the Brazilian.
Yeah, Vitor, undefeated prospect. A lot of undefeated guys. You gotta watch out for his weight cut. That's the only thing I would say because he's running lean for a 205er. He's a pretty big guy, pretty muscular, so he has to cut a lot of weight. It looks like, but yeah, he could knock out. I mean, he has some grappling as well. Jiu-jitsu is pretty standard, nothing special there. But as far as him being a prospect, I mean, it's all set up for him, man. But the people he's fought isn't that great either. They do have a common opponent in Anton Turkali.
Yeah.
They both beat, but Petrino couldn't finish him. So Tyson Pedro can. So I'm just saying, if Tyson Pedro wins, I don't think it's going to be obviously by points. I think he's going to win inside the distance. So if you're like one of the dog hunters, if that's your mindset, I mean, Pedro does have some value in my opinion. Although I don't think he wins. But
he got experience on him, but I don't know.
Yeah, like what's Pedro?
He's always a sketchy pick though, Tyson.
Yeah,
Pedro.
He definitely is. He 100% is. This is kind of his last run. He's not that young anymore. Tyson Pedro inside the distance plus 360. That's okay. But yeah, just saying, it's gonna be an entertaining fight though. I'm excited for this one. And to the main event.
Oh shit!
This should be a quick one as well. It's set for 5 rounds, but the under/over is 1.5 rounds. Juice to the under. Shamil Gaziev against Yair Rozenstruik, or not Yair, Jairzinho.
Who Gaziev just beat the brakes off of? Was it Dubai, right? Martin.
It was Martin Dubai. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and he beat the shit out of him. But Jairzinho, that's Frozinho.
Frozinho.
I don't know. I feel like
Rozenstruik.
This could be one for him to maybe get the KO. I don't know, but
yeah, it's definitely a tough one, especially in this main event, like being heavyweights in a small cage. Like anyone could get knocked out real quick. But no, I'm on the same wavelength, man. I mean, I haven't bet it yet, but I think Rozenstruik has a little value at minus 140 or plus 140. I'm gonna wait if it keeps going up because he could knock dude out. I mean, he's gonna be the smaller guy as far as short height and all that, but
And he's fought
yeah,
everybody. Gaziev,
yeah,
he made his UFC debut and it was against Budai, who was like,
he was not
never
that
like
great.
not for real, but he did what he showed that Gaziev showed that he's for real. By the way, he got rid of him.
Yeah, and he's from the Contender Series where he rear naked choked a guy out real quick. So that's the thing. It's like it's hard when both these guys are like a finish type of guy.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking about it, but when I'm kind of torn, it's always the value seems to be on the dog
What's
in a
Gaziev
punch.
by submission?
Gaziev by submission is plus 275. It's not bad because they're saying the most likely outcome is
TKO.
plus 175 for Gaziev TKO. Hey, get this. This is bullshit here. So you could bet on Rozenstruik regular for plus 140, but if you go Rozenstruik by KO, it's plus 125 only. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, that don't even make sense. Y'all fuck it up. So yeah, that's why I mean now it looks like there's value on it because I could just get Rozenstruik at plus 140, but it's not going to go by decision, right? Because this fight's not going 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. So I don't know. This card is a little tricky. I'm not going to go too heavy on this card probably, but there could be some value or some greasy parlay if you're into that vibe and just try to hedge it out at the end if you're up. But I guess we got to bounce back with some best looks or the best that we can, I guess.
Man, I'm gonna give the super greaser right here with Leroy Duncan, the Bajorat, Ladovic, and Umar and Mokayev. And that's the super fill up your arteries of grease.
What was that? Basharat, Leroy Duncan, Ladovic. That's like the ones I have too. Mokayev and what was the last one you wrote?
To top it off, Umar.
Umar, yeah, huge favorites. But hey, you can get plus money out of that.
I was gonna add your boy Anders, but
With that
sketch, bro. And then
you just give 2 if you don't want to give 3.
We're gonna do sketchy, snetchy. We're gonna do Ursig and Petrino.
Hey.
And then fuck man, we're just gonna do straight up. Or shit, no, I want to do I'll do straight up Jarzinho. Fuck it.
Rozenstruik plus 140.
I'm gonna pick.
It's not a bad look. Similar to.
I'm gonna pick Gaziev on the Genji.
Just so they know. Hey man, so let's bounce back. Let's see here. I mean, I was on that. I already bet that same greasy ass parlay. I'm just like, that you have the Leroy Duncan because I like Leroy Duncan. I put Leroy Duncan on a few different things in the Basharat brothers, but for this show, I'll give you guys some totals, man. I usually don't do a lot of totals, but let's see what we got here. I like that Umar over 1.5. That one's a minus 200. I don't want to give that one to y'all. I'll do the Urseg over 1.5 minus 130. Let's see here. I also like. Let's put Loic. Do I put Loic on there now? Oliveira. I got to go back to it, man. Oliveira, Vinicius Oliveira. He's up to minus 150 now. I might have to fire that one right now. Oliveira, minus 150. And finally, I might have to give you guys that same greasy style of parlay, man. I mean, this is the week for it. You know what I'm saying? And even though a lot of favorites have been cashing, is a little scary. But I'm going Mokayev. I'm gonna ride that. We're riding the same one, man. We're both bouncing back. We're going on the same exact parlay there for my third play, so we'll share that one. Leroy Duncan, Basharat, Ladovic Klein, Mokayev, Umar Nurmagomedov. Grease it up, baby. But yeah, man. Any last words to the people? hopefully we bounce back and we're not coming out frozen boys again.
Fuck for real. Yeah, some overs look cool for this fight though. Yeah, too bad the Raul Rosas punk ass ain't on this fight.
Yeah, that could have
On this
been your
card.
best bet again.
Well,
With
not him,
Tercios.
Tercios.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's a cool little card. Is the Miami next week?
Yeah, 299 is already the week after. That's why it's like
Well then,
it
yeah,
could have even taken a break.
it's just a
as it
little
was.
sliver for because then even after Miami, it's more fights, right?
Yeah, it's nonstop until they
Yeah,
get to
until 300.
300. Wow.
300.
Well, yeah. Shout out to anyone that's gonna be out 300. Tickets are as expensive as you would assume. You know, the cheapest to get in is like 500 plus taxes and fees, so like probably 600 to be honest. And then the Sphere,
That shit
306.
might be more
600 to 800.
for real. That shit gonna be crazy. Like when they're fighting, are they gonna have that shit just broadcasted on hella
Yeah,
little
that's what I was
squares or
thinking.
what? That'll be
Like, but that'd be trippy for them, right? The
yeah,
fighters.
yeah. As a fighter looking up, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get like on. I might if I go to that, I'm gonna have to get on some shrooms or something like.
Some crazy.
Oh
shit.
my god, that should be lit. But
yeah, but shout outs to y'all, man. Watch some Gen G for those group chat on Wax on Fridays. If you haven't watched it yet, it's the Bob Marley one, so watch that, man. But until then, smoke up, cash up.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Smoking
Peace
it,
out.
man.